it's weird when you're working somewhere and you know you're not allowed to swing back, but now I'm the only person that controls me swinging back, so I'm gonna be swinging back. So everybody here who's like I'm unfollowing, good, unfollow and stay the fuck on. I'm so sick of you wishy-washy fucks who think you know everything about a career that you could never fucking do. It's ridiculous. He never comes on to do it face by face. It's always he's gonna cut up and edit something and go after him. He did the same thing when he was trying to confront Chad. This is the like modus operandi, right? Oh yeah, what did I bounce about? Look, it's not my responsibility to just be around the internet and shoot down every fucking thing that fucking Melton says to you guys that you believe. I'm sorry. I know he's in the chat. Pat, fuck off. Why don't you tell the truth for once, buddy? You always go at me for lying. At the beginning of all this, you used Cowpote as if he was a reference point. You acted like Jake was a reference point. You're the one that started the Chad got assaulted by fucking the Stonies guy shit. Like, you haven't been correct about anything going forward. Oh yeah, what did I bounce about? I never was complaining about it. He said that that's not what it was, and I said no, it was. I was specifying, right? I was saying, because Soft Weekly said it wasn't a big everybody gang up on it, and it was. Yes, that is what Reddit is. I have read it. I understand that. Oh yeah, what did I bounce about that I didn't care about? See, this is what I'm talking about. Pat only tells half. Like, Pat and Aaron are almost the same guy. That's the funny part about this. And again, if Aaron's channel doesn't get down for fucking like gaming fraud and everything, you're gonna look like a giant fucking dipshit. You better hope to death that when you're out there advocating that people take down another channel and report it, which you did do multiple times, and then you said you didn't, which is really funny. I've got a splice job of that coming up in the video edits. I got a very good video for you, Pat, since you like to do videos on other people. That'll be nice. But this idea that I came in because of that, no, I came in because two guys who were nice to my face were talking shit about me, so I popped in to talk shit back. That's all. I don't care about the other stuff around us. That's not what I'm fucking irate about or Muppet dancing or whatever. Oh yeah, what did I bounce about? I've got a splice job of that coming up. You do this shit all the time, Pat. You're not in my head. You don't know what I was thinking. You were in on these conversations. You don't know what happened. From the day, go back and look at the fucking calendar, you stupid McFuck. You E.T. Cran melted Eugene Levy eyebrow having fuck. I am so sick of your half-truth bullshit, dude. You're funnier than that. I get it. I know what the parlor act is. I've watched you for fucking decades at this point. A decade, right? Like, the thing is that no, after the show that I went on you, I did 2 more shows. Go back and watch. Go back and watch Corey Goes Rogue and see when Cremating Corey aired. Those were 2 weeks. What the fuck are you talking about? I've got a splice job of that coming up. Oh yeah? What did I bounce about? Pat just said Corey is living in February. Oh, when you started picking on me, February, March, April, that's not months and months, but I'm the liar. I've got a splice job of that coming up. Months and months, Pat, check it out. February, March, April, months and months. What, are you fucking stupid? Are you like, there's no way you're that dumb. Months and months. February, March, April. Is that not months and months to you? Where's the lie, Pat? Where's the fucking lie? I've got a splice job of that coming up. All he can do is, oh, Corey lied. He said months and months. February, March, April. That's months and months. Oh, this is that. Call in. Oh, no, I'm going to fucking call him names instead. And you're going to be sitting here going at me like, oh, he's not consistent. He's not all this other bullshit. Dude, look in the fucking mirror. You're projecting outwardly all the shit you hate about yourself. I can't help you with that. I've been here being the same fucking person, and all of you motherfuckers, one week I'm your god, the next week I'm the fucking peasant you're gonna step on, the next week you're okay and this and that. Fine, be on my side or don't, but either way, fuck off. How about that? You don't like my show, don't fucking watch it. That doesn't mean you have to come on here and make everything about you as you talk shit about people. Yeah, no, see, and all he can do is attack me, right? Like, that's all he can do. Oh yeah, what did I bounce about? I've got a splice job of that coming up.
I don't care. None of them ever got, I mean, I've saved so many other people's channels by just existing. And you're welcome. And all I want is 10K for mine. Because I'm going to keep looking at the number today. People are going to keep fucking around. Own fans, too. Like, it's my fans.
Because you're an asshole.
Well, if that's the way you guys are going to fucking be about something that is remarkably important to me, then go fuck yourself.
You sound like a goddamn pussy to me.
can't keep living this lie and this facade. I mean, April, as sexually unsatisfied as she is, and me, as bad in bed as I am, and her pussy, you can all go to your little communities and wash each other's dicks later. It's because he has smelled my dick. I have to stop smelling my dick. They don't fuck each other right. It's really fucking creepy. I think the term dick smelling is perfect.
I feel bad for these poor incels. If they could actually be under the desk sniffing your balls right now.
If you're going to sniff my dick and you're going to smell April's pussy, guys, you gotta stop sniffing my dick. It's just gonna taste like your guys' breath anyway. I will say this, and then you guys, don't worry. I'll end this terrible coping session.
I bet they don't even clip that.
Oh, and I'm glad to be here. I really am. I don't make any money away from home. People don't really feel like throwing us any bucks. Can't take any more L's. It's do this or don't. There's no hobbies for me. You can do podcasting as a hobby. I feel like if you have like no kids. I don't care where it goes. The show's always been on, a razor's edge since we left radio. We're at the point now where missing by 150 is like half your month's profits. Can't you see? We make nothing. It's been taking forever to get these fucking prizes out, and it is bothering me a lot. I've been talking with April about that. I know she's had her struggles. I know she hasn't felt well. I'm frustrated, man. We haven't been paying enough attention to this show. When it's... How do I put this? When it's your wife, you can't really treat them like an employee. If April was an employee, I might be a little tougher on her. And then you do feel like an asshole on the days where you go, hey, could you get that done today? I gotta take care of my audience. It's always been number one. I have to take care of the people who pay the fucking bills.
Can we stop with all the begging, please? Still so boring. I see you.
Let me breathe, starving out my O2, 1, 2, 3. Lisa R.I.P. I.M.H.O.L.T.E. Okay, let me tell you a little story about this bitch named Erin. How his show was mad boring. I tried tuning in, but man, I was left snoring. And that's no thanks to his co-host named Corey. Mega Mind on the second mic. She's a dope from the woods, that's his fucking wife. Let me slow it down and say it twice. She's a dope from the woods, that's his fucking wife. Man, what an inconsiderable prick, putting his wife all on camera for that inconsiderable shit. There's no amount of times you can wash your hands of this. So play with Kumia's nuts and suck his fucking dick. This shit just got heavy, so time to call your muscle. Her name is Little Lemmy. Or should I say Cheeto? The owner from Stonies is a real fucking weirdo. This is all a facade, your fucking show was a wash. And we won't stop till it's through. So stop with the begging, man, that's all that we're asking. Ain't no one laughing but you. Are we having fun yet? Is this overtime? Did we hit the goal? Should I ask Megamind? That hairline looking crazy. As a piece of shit father with it, oops, baby. Steel toe, where we hit that goal, yeah. Steel toe, where we hit that. Steel toe, where we hit that goal, yeah. Steel toe, where we hit that. Steel Steel toe where we hit that goal, yeah. Steel toe where we hit that. Steel toe where we hit that goal, yeah. Steel toe where we hit that.
There's the link in the chat. 220 away. Super chats and memberships count as well. Let's see what we get. 4 minutes away from the end of today's show. Soft Weekly says, you two crazy kids will still be together when I'm dead. That's not saying much. It could be tomorrow. Who knows? Well, but it's a win is a win.
As long as we make it to your death.
Right. Soft Weekly, as long as we're holding hands when you draw your last breath on this earth, I'm going to be a happy guy.
I don't know, where to begin. We are North Americans, and for those of you who still think we're from England, we're not, no. We've been on planes and on trains till we think we might die. Far from North America, where the buildings are old, and you might have lots of mimes. I hate the feeling when you're looking at me that way, 'cause we're North Americans, but if we act all shy, it'll make it okay, it makes it go away. I don't know, where to begin, when we're North Americans, and make the same mistakes all over again. Come on, North America.
Excuse me!
New York's the greatest if you get someone to pay the rent. Woohoo! North America! It's the furthest you can live from the government. Some proud American Christians might disagree here in North America, but New York's the only place for keeping them off the street. Now, we can't have parties like in Spain where they go all night. Shut down in North America. Or like Berlin where they go another night. Alright! You see, I love this place that I've grown to know. Alright, North America. And yeah, I know you wouldn't touch us with a 10-foot pole. 'Cause we're North America.
Mic check. Mic check. How's the sound, guys? How's the sound? Mic check.
Soft is a weird thing to call somebody. Stop being a fucking pussy. Just do it.
Someone needs to say it is the greatest podcast ever.
Someone I proudly call my friend and fellow podcaster. He goes by the hardcore metal name of Soft.
Soft is a weird thing to call somebody.
Oh, he's got all the awards locked up. Rookie of the Year, locked up. MVP, locked up. Prettiest hog at the Mecklenburg County Fair, locked up.
Soft is a weird thing to call somebody.
I got to see Soft Weekly there.
There were some people on the show that didn't want it.
I got a sponsor who's tearing up the Australian League. Letting go.
I am hard, but I am fair.
Hey, everybody, listen up. It's the Professional Podcast.
I do not look down on niggers.
Was Eric Zane there? I did run into Eric Zane.
Here you are all equally.
Congratulations, Corey. Soft is a weird thing to call somebody.
Here we go. It is Victoria, my beloved hometown. Welcome to Detroit, everyone. It's hard to think about what to do sometimes in here, so all right, so I didn't want that background to go like that, but that'll be all right. Anyway, it's hard to cover all this stuff all the time. John and I were talking about it recently. You can't look at everything these people do when they put out so much bullshit all the time. You know what I mean? Like Aaron puts out, 8, like 23, 24 hours of content a week. You can't watch all that. That's why he gets away with lying so much, is because it's hard to fact check it. In like 1 week, you have like 125 hours of shit to cover. You can never go back and get him on anything. So that's what we're just going to try and do, a retrospective, because that's a lead up. I think I caught Aaron on something. We'll see. Towards the end, I'll tell you my crazy theory I've been working on. I'll show you a clip from my last show where I presented my opening arguments, and then I will I'll show you my closing date. I see Mudshark says that hairline though. Yeah, dude, I'm old. Sorry about that. You know what I mean? That's why I usually wear a hat. Can't do nothing about it, dude. I'm old. It happens. Deal with it someday. All right, so let's see. I have. Maybe we'll go over. Which one do I want to do first here? I have a few different eras of steel toe, and I kind of want to go over them in that order. This one is from 2 years ago. Oh yes, this one is interesting. This is like from This is from like 2022, I think. John, fuck you. Let me see that. I don't have my other chat up, man. I'm trying to be a good host, and watching the chat is hard too, you guys. All right, so give me a break here. All right, I'll take my ribbing. But this one is funny because this is from, I think, 22. I would have to be pretty clear, but yeah, because it's got a, well, you'll see. Watch.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's the Steel Toe Morning Show. I'm Aaron. That's Oz.
Hi.
So many right before the show starts, I check messages, I look at everything, and I get so much news. I get so much information when I check my phone right before the show starts.
World at your fingertips.
People are saying, well, what's this dead air, no volume thing? What do you mean dead air, no volume? I'm registering all kinds of volume.
That didn't work well.
On my end. What are you guys doing with this dead air nonsense?
I don't want to hear about that.
Don't tell me dead air. I know what I've got. People saying, I hear you fine. Yeah, sometimes this thing happens where people are stupid.
They forget to plug in their headphones.
And they forget to plug in their shit. And
there you go. That's working right now.
What do you
right?
do?
All right.
Welcome to the show. It's the Steel Toe Morning Show. I'm Aaron. Like I said, I checked the phone before we started.
Win by 2. I have not heard that he was there or not.
I mean,
is Aaron a little loud? Do I need to turn him down?
We found out one of the guys who's on Anthony Cumia's network, Compound Media, that he got really ass hurt that we made fun of him getting punched in the face by another comic.
Is that better?
Now, I'm going to test this because there's been a universal response to this guy from our audience, and it actually loses us. Like, people don't want to listen to it when we start talking about it because it's like talking about your neighbor.
Right.
Nobody knows who you're talking about. All
right, so we're just going to go through some of these because I was looking for old stuff to celebrate the anniversary and whatnot. So let's just we'll have to wait for some of it, but Aaron's going to big stuff Gino, and like I said, this is from like 22, I believe. Well, this is right from when basically when Gino got his jaw broke, whenever that was.
We were featured on the show of Gino Bisconte.
Okay, because I know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like ripping on the guy, and it's fun because he's an absolute train wreck. He's not a stand-up comedian because you have to be able to play in stand-up comedy clubs to be a stand-up comedian. He can't.
Okay.
Aaron's got him there because Gino really does. He was listing his dates the other day, and Blade from Win by 2 can tell me if I'm wrong, but that place he saw him at was more like a supper club entertainment place than a actual comedy club. So, and Gino said on his show that he had an upcoming gig at a Moose Lodge somewhere. So, Aaron, he kind of has a point here, you know.
Because you have to be able to play in stand-up comedy clubs to be a stand-up comedian. He can't.
Okay.
He thinks the N-word is edgy and hilarious, so he like uses it, but he doesn't.
All right, now Aaron had Gino on, and it was Rumble Friday, so Gino could say the N-word, right? Wasn't that a whole thing? Aaron's a very different guy back here. That's why this is subtitled A Tale of Two Toes. So let's see how he is back then and how he is today.
Use it like a guy who's funny, like Louis C.K. or somebody else might use it. He just uses it to use it and then acts like whenever you go, oh, God, you're so cringe. He goes, oh, you don't like my free speech? Oh, you can't handle me saying what I want to say? It's like,
so based.
Right. It's kind of that fake edge. So he's 60. He lives in rent control, refers to himself as a.
That's funny. Aaron rips on him. He says he's 60 and lives in rent control. Right now, this is he ripped on him again later, and then they became great friends. And then he cried when the Biscontis left Minnesota one time. This is incredible, dude. I love it. A Tale of Two Toes continues.
Cat dad. Yeah, I know. See, I start talking about Gino Bisconte, and it's just instantly people go, I don't know him for his comedy. I don't know him for any work he's done. But your explanation of him makes it, that's a universal response. People put their hand over their mouth, they start laughing, and they back away.
Look, Aaron thinks that's a universal response. His coat pose. Look at that shit. No, dude, I don't do this. Oh, I don't do that ever. Just because you do that doesn't mean other people do that shit. Fucking. Oh my God, dude. He's not a man. He may be slightly large or semi-large or whatever, but he's not a man, dude. I don't see any qualities in him that I would go like, that's a dude, He seems soft around every edge, dude. There's not one sharp edge on this whole fucking guy. It's sad.
Away from whatever device they're using.
Yeah, I mean, you just hit me right away. Two things, like
rent control.
60, rent control. The rent control, that's always the one that gets me. The old Section 8. Yeah.
Yikes. And by the way, has roommates in Section 8.
Of course you do.
Gino, you'll have to rebut this now. Oh. You must have missed it, John. I said I always got win by 2 on. This fucker, I'm always watching you, dude. I'm seeing what you're doing. Always. You know why, dude? You know why? Fucking Space Wars, dude. I gotta see if you're under attack, man. I'm always fucking watching. Everyone else is just sitting on their fat fucking hunchbacked asses doing nothing. You and I are out there fucking, protecting the galaxy.
Of course you do.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Billy, you can stay here for $20 a month.
And he goes,
all right, let's see. I don't think there's much more here.
He got defensive on his show. He goes, my salary has a comma in it.
Yeah.
Everybody's salary has a comma in it, or you couldn't.
This is Aaron trying to big stuff. And Gino trying to big stuff first. So it's two dorks fucking slap fighting each other. Listen to him.
Because we were making fun of how little money he has, and he got defensive on his show. He goes, my salary has a comma in it. I'm like, everybody's salary has a comma in it, or you couldn't live, you dipshit. Jesus. Everybody's salary has a comma. That just means you make more than $999. Yeah, that really bothered him. Him getting punched in the face really bothers him. And so he kind of ran his mouth yesterday, and we shut it for him on last night's show.
Listen to that. Hold on. I want to say to Victoria, you haven't known of me for long or whatever, but when Shuley said his show got taken down one day because of the rooster in the opening, I made a whole Foghorn Leghorn video, about it because he's a rooster. But you might enjoy it. I'll send it to you in Discord. But anyway, listen to Aaron Big Stuff Gino here. This is great.
Bothered him. Him getting punched in the face really bothers him. And so he kind of ran his mouth yesterday, and we shut it for him on last night's show. And then we put a clip up of it, and he's got the leaks came out of Anthony Cumia's network and who watches what. This is back.
Oh, listen to this. Yeah, this is good.
Okay. All right.
And a thing like Cumia, who's behind a paywall, he doesn't gain his service doesn't gain.
This is good because remember when Gino got fired, Aaron was like, people like the show or whatever. He acted like Gino had some worth. We all knew Gino didn't. No one was going to compound for Gino. We all knew that. And Aaron's saying what we all knew here. But, Aaron's a chameleon. That's besides the begging and all the other stuff. Most of the people I like John from Win by 2, Bedabbler, Carl. I mean, people, they're genuine. I don't have to agree with everyone's opinion all the time, but Carl flip-flopped on Steel Toe, and I'll talk about that. But I hate people that are fucking they're wishy-washy flip-flopper fags, dude. I don't like it, and Aaron is one. He's the definition of one. He thinks he's an alpha, but he's so
the
beta.
Anthony days are over. I love Anthony, but the O&A days are over. He's not gaining any new fans. and Gino never had any to begin with. So he and Aaron Berg, before his buddy Aaron Berg quit the show, again, you're looking at me like, I don't know who any of these people are. It's fair.
That's right. I'm just trying to roll the punches.
It's totally fair. I get it. You're a wonderful co-host. You've been nothing but a friend this entire time you've been on the show. And you're a saint for putting up with this. When his buddy, the funny one, was on the show, they were doing
LL is here. Salute, man.
Ooh.
4 years ago when he had the
viral.
Now the funny guy is gone because this guy, the other guy, drinks too much and says the N-word.
Oz looks drunk as fuck, but at least he's like showered and put together. But he's buzzed, dude. I bet you he drinks like a,
if you don't bring
whiskey and water or
That's
something.
always bad.
That's never good.
Yeah, when you're told when you're being compensated to not bring what you think is a part of the show.
The geriatric albatross, the
All right.
geriatric.
All right, I think that's all I wanted to get to on this one. Hold on. Sorry, this isn't as well produced as John does because John's so great. Ooh, John. Let's see what we got on this one. All right, this is 8/9/22. So this would be like my anniversary show. And as I was watching it, I realized that I had been watching the shows slightly longer than 2 years. Not much longer, but I remember this show. Aaron thought he was clever. Just let me see what I got for notes. Oh, yeah, there's one thing I want to highlight. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me see. All right, wait, let me over here. All right, you got to look at the, we'll try and put it on. Oh, no, we can't do that because you got to see who's in the chat. I'm not a Zoom guy like Blade is. Oh, now my chat's gone. Hold on.
He kind of opened the door for people.
He's the
to do
OGT.
that. Yeah, he's the original. He's the original Trump for sure. And we'll talk about.
All right, so
holy Jesus! Speaking of Trump, that Mar-a-Lago stuff. I don't know how much you've seen.
All right, so here's
rated.
I was checking out the chats on this one, and Coltrane's there. I wanted to see some of the, if the old people were there. Coltrane's there. Rusty Grammer is there. But here's the one right here. If you can see my cursor, that's April Anderson. Not April Einhorn, April Anderson. She has a wrench, so she's a mod, and she has been a member for 3 months, and that puts her in the Yeehaw Club. So April had been on the show before this time. But I don't, she hadn't fully formed and taken her final shape as Megamind. So this is kind of a little bit before that. But there she is, a member for 3 months, 2 years ago.
Did it right?
Yeah. I mean, it's weird.
And Oz looks tuned up again.
They're
like
so scared of. They are so scared of him running. They're trying to throw everything at him.
It doesn't seem like something that happens in this country. Like it seems like something that happens in like old Soviet Russia or something like that.
Okay, that's the only thing that was fun from 2 years ago.
Power structure, so they go and they go and take.
See what this one is. Oh, this is from 3 years ago. I don't think there's a whole lot here either. We just want to visit it to see what was going on last year at this time.
Oh man, this show. Oh, look at the results again. Oh, it's #1. That's great. We need to have this. And they're like, yeah, but could you just not do that?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. It's the most confusing thing. You're like, I'm the one. They're going to think I'm the devil. You're going to be fine. In fact, if anything, you can tell everyone how disappointed in me you are and how we drive you crazy at the company. And then you can make me the heel. I've always told radio management people.
Oh, I don't have the chat on this scene, so I can't really do it.
When I was there for a month.
I guess I can move. I just wanted you to be able to see April Anderson.
Nation might be offended by the things you say. Like, then tell them I'm a piece of shit. Tell them you don't even like me. Create this mystique where like, oh, he's just this renegade running through the halls, driving people nuts. We hate his guts, but yeah, we don't know what he's going to do next.
Right. It can be a whole production.
It can be a whole thing. They're like, well, we'll do that. You don't want to shit on me?
There we go.
It'll be fun.
Right. You get to jerk yourself.
Are you talking about me, LL?
Right.
I disavow.
You get to shit on me. The person that's complaining to you now feels better.
You feel better.
They like you.
Yeah.
And now they're going to tune in to keep hating me. Everybody wins. But instead, they're like, oh, I got to make those people happy. Fuck those people. I'll make them happy while they're miserable. That's what I do. They're miserable. They hate my guts. They have no idea how happy I'm making them.
All right. So this is tough guy Aaron. You know, this is tough guy Aaron. Victoria, I would be happy to give you a breakdown of my tattoos. I can tell you this one right here that you're probably looking at, that's Tank Girl, the comic book character. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She was played by Lori Petty in a movie at one time. But I would, I would be happy to give you a not Taint Girl, Tank. You don't follow comic books, or you don't know what I was talking about. But let's get back to tough guy Aaron.
What your radio boss?
Wait, but I gotta say, Taint Girl is interesting idea. Look her up, Victoria.
Failed to realize is that the people that say they don't like you and they're saying you're miserable started miserable themselves, right?
They're never happy people.
No.
And
this is a misconception too, is that people that troll shows or follow shows or whatever are unhappy, or all of us are living in our basements or whatever. It's like, no, dude, I'm fine. And I go to work every day. You know what I mean? Before Aaron's got out of the house, I've already accomplished almost a full day's work. You know, when I come back and watch Steel Toe, goofing on this motherfucker is recreation for me. It's cheap recreation. I can sit here. It's better than anything on TV to watch this fucking numbskull talk and bag and try and twist and lie and connive, dude. It's the greatest thing I've ever been a part of. I am so happy that I was lucky enough to be involved in this idiot's tomfoolery. It's amazing. Hey, Triple G, what's up, man? Is that the real trucker, Andy? That's not the real trucker, Andy. All right, so let's continue. We're going to try and get through this.
They need me.
Do you know how many times I've called in to complain about somebody on the radio?
How many times?
-2.
I've actually called in twice to go, oh, I think that man's lovely.
That's what
All right, this is a common theme, and we're going to get into Aaron's radio career towards the end. It won't take long. But how he thinks about himself being a radio professional is pretty weird, and we'll get to that. We might be done with this clip. Let me see. Yeah, 'cause there's some other stuff I want to get into.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Before I tell you my crazy theory.
Really like this show.
I gotta say, I love these old stories. I love these old looking back and going, yeah, this is how it's always been. And then we come to the internet and it's the same thing. People are like, I fucking hate you. And then my response is always, good, that's fine. You should absolutely.
All right, now listen. What he's explaining here is when he was on his tiny market radio station, he had people emailing him in, trolling him. This is before, or he was on Twitch when he was on the radio too. At some point, we're gonna cover it later. But he had trolls back then. It's like, you suck, bro. He plays it like he was a big star, but it's funny.
Absolutely hate me. You watch every day. You hate it. This is all they complain to me and they yell at me and they get angry at me, and I look at them and I go, this is all good. These things are all positive. You hate me. I don't particularly want you as a fan. I kind of get a perverse enjoyment out of driving you nuts, whether they're streamers that obsess or they're internet.
That would be open warfare if the Toozers went live while I'm on. Open warfare. All right, we'll get rid of this clip. I'm done with that guy. I'm finished with him, Your Honor. Oh, this is a funny one. This is and we'll just watch it for a second. This is the return of Matt. This is the start of April fucking Ricada. This is the actual timeline. This all went down. They did the comedy show where Chrissy was supposed to be there and couldn't make it, and Ricada went. Ricada was on Molly, and we've already heard about how he's being overly sexual with April and Aaron and blah, 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 blah. Well, this is the whole start of that. And deer hunting, which is important.
Is a benign tumor arising from okay, that's not what the PAP and PAP smear stands for. They're not smearing a
benign watch. I only wanted to highlight the return of Matt because this is about the departure of April. That's really what it's about. Oh, Trucker Andy thinks Melton has the scoop. Well, maybe he does. I know some people send him some footage, but
benign tumor.
He may have new stuff, but I think Win by 2 got the scoop on that, dude. That was the first footage out, and it was good. Aaron was wasted and looking like a fool, which is textbook steel toe, but you know what I mean.
It's not like every woman has one. That's what they think their brains are, but no, darling, that's for thinking.
There's a purpose for that.
Why?
It's not benign.
There we go. We're going to figure this shit out.
Victoria, I thought he would have already been live at this point.
Is a screening test for cervical cancer. It is named that far
all right, so look.
It's named after Georgia.
Look, they're both a little buzzed. Matt a little more so. He probably in that cup there is probably some fruity tooty drink. You know, it's probably like rosé wine and 7-Up because he sucks like Godfrey. All right, it's probably something like that in there because you know he likes his coolers. I bet he enjoyed Bartles and James when he was younger. Wow, I'm Bartles and James. I didn't say that too well. All right, but you give it.
Those Papanicolaou, the doctor who determined its use. Couldn't the guy's name have been like Frank?
All right, this is boring after that too. I just want to highlight Matt's return. Let me see. Oh, we got Clipper Wars. Everyone's covered this, but we'll see what he says about because this is another thing about Aaron is like he can be so you know, we're so close and then fuck these people so quick, you know, it's very weird. So here he is talking about Kiki.
Be hanging out August 10th if it weren't for Keanu. I do.
He really believes that. He would be hanging out with Gino if it wasn't for Keanu. Now, remember, we just heard a few clips back how he said Gino sucked. And that wasn't the last time he said Gino sucked before they became best friends with the Biscontis. This guy is a mushy piece of shit.
I think... and I think Keanu's maybe a little naive. And that's why I don't really want to go in on that whole thing. First of all, I'm doing great. Like, why I don't need to invite that toxicity, as they say, into my days. But, yeah, I do think Gino and I would be boys. But I also understand, look, you can't get behind a guy and his chick. People tried with me, and you just end up resenting them.
Oh, that's wrong. Well, you resented him, but Nick was able to get in there between. You thought you and Nick were friends, and the whole time he was banging your old lady. So, I mean, it can be done. You proved us on that. Just saying.
So I understand the position he's in. I understand the tact he has to take. Also, this Clipper thing. If you guys want to talk about this Clipper thing today, I will talk about it. I'm fascinated by it. I am fascinated.
Aaron is fascinated by anything that doesn't involve him. Aaron is fascinated by anything. If anyone brings up any kind of footage or legal document or anything that doesn't involve him, he's fascinated by it. It's public record and everything else. But he never wants to talk about the stuff that involves him. We're going to get into that soon.
And how people That can't be that's not the real trucker Andy. The real trucker Andy is not that mean. Going anti-steel toe, even like it's all disingenuous. So like even if you're disingenuous about it.
No, there's nothing disingenuous about my dislike of steel toe. You know what I mean? I've been upfront with Aaron about it the whole time. It's real.
It's usually a good career move. To take that and then fuck it up and create more sympathy for me, which is hard to do. I'm not a sympathetic figure.
Who has sympathy for Aaron here? Who? All right.
It's very difficult to do, but I thank Keanu Thompson for doing that. I appreciate it. She's been oddly the best PR person for Steel Toe lately. Going after these Clippers is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. I mean, and then Keanu, you know, kind of throwing Chrissy and Frank under the bus saying, well, Chrissy and Frank told me. They said, don't let him clip you. And they showed me how to, I don't know if she said craft a text message or craft a report or strike them or whatever.
Look, he doesn't know anything. You know what I mean? But he's gonna craft a narrative here.
But Frank showed me how to report Patrick Melton a long time ago. And he walked me through the steps and I was like, I don't feel comfortable reporting somebody. I don't feel comfortable striking somebody. I'm not something I'm okay with. That's
all right. I think that's all we want to talk about there. We're going to get to my crazy theory later. And you guys can tell me what you think about it. All right, this one here, this is from I think 2 Fridays ago, and I got stuff at let's see, 8 minutes we'll get to.
That it means they're very happy about YouTube kind of doing an about face on that gun promotion thing. Oh, by the way, today's Rumble Friday, $5 links. You throw in $5.
Okay, yeah, listen to this. I'm dubious about this claim he makes coming up.
You throw a link in, we have to play it. You throw us 10, it jumps right to the front of the line. No goal today. Half of everything that you guys send us today, I'm giving to Matt. Matt is a fucking G, busting his ass, working full time, then coming in here to help.
Okay, so I have in my notes, there's no goal. So he won't be telling us how much they make. You know what I mean? And then he says half of that is going to go to Matt, but we don't know how much there was, and Matt's not there to look at it. So I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Help me at night. So we're going to give him a payday today. That's what we're going to do. And luckily, Rumble keeps track of everything. PayPal, Venmo keeps track of everything. So
Oh yeah, everyone has covered this coming up now. But I remember talking to John from Win by 2 when this happened. Aaron kind of glossed over it, but this is great.
Don't have to count, which is great. If I don't have to count, I'm a happy bitch. I'm our boy Matt. So Matadors making bad decisions in their life and whatever, but
all right, here it comes.
Everybody has to pay the piper, my man. Says, talking Twitter and Kiwi Farms and shit. People are focusing in on her nose and saying, oh, her nose is all fucked up. And Caesar Diff says, holy Moses, she aged 20 years, cocaine.
Now, I don't remember anyone, when these pictures came out, you see where this is when the picture of April and Nick came out at the tattoo parlor. I don't remember anyone going, holy shit, look at her nose. I don't remember that.
Turned her from an 8 to a 4. That wasn't the part that I felt embarrassed for them for. That, I mean, look, you abuse substances, it's going to have I watched it take a physical effect on her. Like it doesn't, that part I guess wasn't shocking to me. I'm kind of used to that, but what's really kind of as an observer.
Oh, here it is.
Not as someone who was ever involved.
Here it is. Watch.
Like watching it, you're like, just the flaunting of the affair while Kayla's nowhere to be seen that's just really gross. I mean, I feel.
Let's hear that again.
To that, but what really, What's really kind of, as an observer, not as someone who was ever involved, but just like watching it, you're like, just the flaunting of the affair while Kayla's nowhere to be seen.
Now, if you guys remember, that was on a Friday, and there was only the one picture out, and then Monday, the pictures came out from the news and shit where Kayla was right there, dude. Kayla, like let's see what he said. What's he say again?
That wasn't the part that I felt embarrassed for them for. That, I mean, look, you abuse substances, it's going to have I watched it take a physical effect on her. Like it doesn't, that part I guess wasn't shocking to me. I'm kind of used to that, but what's really kind of, as an observer, not as someone who was ever involved, but just like watching it, you're like, just the flaunting of the affair while Kayla's nowhere to be seen.
She's right there, dude. Just because she's not in the picture doesn't mean she's not there. She's right fucking there, dude. Thank you, Trucker Andy. Let's go. That's pretty good for me. Thank you.
That's just really gross. I mean, I feel it's just such a tawdry, gross. It's such a, you know what? White trash. It's a white trash thing to do.
It's a white trash thing to do. They were all there together, and that's white trash. You got them, Aaron. And let's see. We got here.
Get your kids back and get.
This is a good one too.
Those three are not going to get their lives together around each other. It's not going to happen. And Nick and April are way too much alike to ever stop. I don't see either one of them being the one to go, we need to stop doing these things. That's not going to happen. But if Kayla is out because she's getting better, then in a way, I guess that's a good thing. I think those two are a better fit for each other anyway. I mean that. I think they're a better fit for each other. So yeah, I saw that Caesar Diff, and a few other people have written to me and said, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I just, I'll say again, if everybody gets their lives back together, that's, better for children. It's going to be a little weird. If
all right, this is,
though, because like,
I got my time a little off, but
like if the kids come back and then now this is your, this is the woman your dad's with, and like the history of that, and just makes me very happy that I'm not attached. It just makes me very, sometimes you look at things and people go, dude, Aaron, look at what a fucking mess this is. And you just go, thank God I'm not there. Thank God I'm not a part of it. I don't have to worry about it, which is so nice. It's liberating. It's freeing. Yeah, the YouTube chat is shitting on me over the shirt. Oh no. Hitler Diff, your shirt makes you blend in with the gayness. Oh no, Bone Cold, no, that's not. Jump over now. JL Fing. Triple N says, speaking about, I can't do that. April leaving freed up Johnny to get more money. It freed me up to do a couple of other things. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. That's it. I don't like it when people find something inconvenient for them and then they go, well, this has got to be a lie. And it's like, no, you're saying it's got to be a lie because you don't want.
Well, the last time we paid April was on April 1st was her last paid show. That's when she was off the books. So at this time, this show is what, 3 months later? Almost 4. And Johnny hadn't gotten his money yet when Mersh made him cry.
Want it to be true. There's a big difference between those two things. But no, Johnny got a raise because more money became available. And as more money becomes available, we'll probably give Matt and John.
All right, now the goal was about the same when Oz and Whiskey Pete were on. You know what I mean? So Oz is gone, Whiskey Pete's gone, April's gone, but the goal keeps staying the same. All right, this is 11/8 Okay, now we're gonna get back to my thesis on the hunting, because this is 11/8. This would have been right after the comedy show, like a couple weeks. All right, we're just gonna start from the beginning.
Start with half an apple fritter for breakfast.
Or admit that to the audience.
Well, look, I can't lie to them. I'm not going to bullshit these people. They pay good money.
Here we go.
Aaron, and guess what? It's Wednesday, and Johnny is back. Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Good
It's Wednesday, and Johnny is back. Listen to this.
to be here.
I'm doing wonderful. Johnny needed a day on Monday. And then we thought, well, why the hell do like April Johnny, or April Johnny, April? Why not just kill two birds with one stone, get April's days out of the way Monday and Tuesday, let Johnny rest a couple of days. Boom, here he is. And everyone's good. And Johnny's not zooming in today because his legs have been severed and he'll never walk again. That's not the case. Johnny's got a car appointment today. So
Yeah,
it made coming
up between 8 and 10.
Yeah, it made coming into the studio a little difficult. By the way, you're able to talk over me today. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know if there was an update or what the deal was. Zoom updated. I literally spent all night making sure
All right.
nothing double.
So in a minute, we're gonna hear where April is in
I went through every setting
in a classic movie way. He's gonna tell us where
what?
April is
This
without
piece of
saying
shit
it.
thing, I'm
Watch.
just gonna go with it, and whatever it does, and it worked out. But now watch, we'll try this again in like a month, and
it won't work.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing. Every time you talk, it'll be the cutting in and out thing. But for today,
I'm trying to do better, man. I'm a terrible host. I would like to communicate with the chat more, but I would rather try and make the show look good. Thank you for being here, Carlitos.
So we're starting out at 3:30. There's all the links if you guys want to be retarded generous today and just throw a bunch of money at us all.
3:30 away, and yeah, this is the one. Let's go back because I think they were 50 over from last night, and it was still 3:30. Let's see. There's one where he said that.
Girls, busy day yesterday. Thank you very much for your generosity. You went $20 into today. We appreciate that. So we're starting out at 3:30.
3:30,
there's all the
all right.
links if you guys want to be retarded generous today and just throw a bunch of money at us all at once. We've never complained about that, and we never will. And with Matt's going to be doing the evening show tonight, and I'm still not sure if we're going to. We got to bump up the merch numbers to put an order in. So we might do a VIP giveaway.
I hate these people always with the merch orders. If you guys always look at me, it seems like I'm wearing the same 4 or 5 shirts all the time. And I am. That's because I made those shirts. You know what I mean? So I have a million of them. This whole merch order thing that these people are always talking about, dude, they're dummies. They use Teespring and this other stuff. You know what I mean? I make these shit for nothing. These guys are dummies with the merch order. He's like, we got to get so much in. We cut off the one with Oz on it where he went and showed all the displays. Like, remember the days when you, if you became a VIP for $250, you'd get 2 hoodies and 2 tickets to every comedy event. Oh boy. So that would have been 2 tickets to that show last night or Friday night. Woo! Good for me.
Giveaway, or we might do like a merch giveaway. I don't know. Maybe we'll do like, we'll figure something out. But I figure let's do a goal Wednesday, goal Thursday, and then of course Rumble Link Friday takes care of itself.
Let's do you give me money Wednesday, you give me money Thursday, and then Friday you give me money in a different fashion. That seems pretty good, right? Yeah. All right, that works for me. Yeah. All right, yeah, that seems pretty good. Let's do that, guys.
And let's just do those 2 and call it a successful week and move along. So 3:30 is the number today. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, those are in the chat. Otherwise, just super chat and Rumble rant yourself senseless and let's do this thing today. We've got a lot of good stuff to talk about. We're going to have a great debate later. The chat is going to yell at each other. They're going to be mad. They're going.
All right, so it's coming up
to make them emote.
We're just letting Aaron walk into
not
it.
so much your feelings on my carbohydrate intake or my gluten intake, but I like when you emote just in general. Maybe today wasn't the day to start with half an apple fritter for breakfast.
Or
have you ever heard a guy talk more about what he snacked on before the show? Or this he's always done it. He's like, oh man, I had a beef stick and my tummy's a little upset and shit. You know, he's always talking about this fucking weird shit. I don't understand it.
Admit that to the audience.
Well, look, I can't lie to them. I'm not going to bullshit these people. They pay good money for this program. It's a premium effort every single morning. And I'm not going to, if these people are going to throw us $5, $10, $15, $20 at a time, some of them $50, $100 at a time, I'm not going to sit here and deprive them of their carb jokes just because the big fella couldn't, keep his hands off the apple fritter. Here's what happened. So last night we didn't have an evening show because we did the compound show. Thank you for not making us use the compound cushion this week. That's awesome. I got a rare.
Oh, this is a separate funny thing. Is like at this time, Aaron really thought like he was going to be in on Compound. After shitting on Gino and saying that Compound's numbers were going down, he was saying everyone only went to Compound for Anthony Cumia. None of the other shows did anything. But when he thought he could be one of those shows that doesn't do anything, Compound was cool as fuck,
Rare night off, which was very cool. But I went to the gym. They have boxing on Tuesday, and I said, "Well, I'll get an extra night of sparring in." I didn't know how heavy the boxing night was on Tuesdays. I ended up
listen to
17.
This. Oh yeah, we gotta go back because I'm calling bullshit on this. Listen to this.
On Tuesday, and I said, well, I'll get an extra night of sparring in. I didn't know how heavy the boxing night was on Tuesdays. I ended up going 17 rounds in a row. Now, not all of them were against guys where I could let.
Does anyone think Aaron went 17 rounds in a row, even if it's just just sparring? There's no way he did that. What a fucking liar! What a liar!
Loose and get after it. Some of it was newer guys, but you're still moving around. You're still just exerting energy. And here's what happened was I lost
told yourself it was okay.
No, look, but it was because I lost 3 pounds from the time I got up in the morning to the time I went to bed at night.
Whoa! I just heard a loud
I
pop.
exerted myself. I
didn't like that.
So I thought this morning when I woke up, I'm like, well, I've lost over 3 pounds in the last 24 hours. Big boy can treat himself to an apple fritter.
Apple fritter, yeah.
Yeah, a little apple fritter treat for being a good boy.
Yeah.
By the way, this is why I'll never get back down to my fighting weight.
Right, yeah. This is why you're going to see those 3 pounds return relatively quickly.
Yes, because I go, you know what, good boy, have an apple fritter. You deserve it. And the fact that I only ate half of it, I'm taking that as a victory.
I am impressed that you were able to restrain yourself.
All right, that's done with that. All right, sorry, I'm trying to set shit up. I'm letting you guys down. Oh, that's the one I want to show. No, that one. All right, so I turned off win by 2. Sorry about that, but we're gonna try and put that should be up on the screen now. Let me see. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see if this works right. Can you guys hear? No, you can't hear it yet. You can hear it now, though. I got to the best part, and it's not working. All right, hold on. I want to ask you guys real quick. Does that audio sound okay? Because there's a different way I can play it.
All right, here we
that
go.
might be better if that sounds like shit. I got it. All right, hold on. I'm going to pull it up over here. Work. Hold on. All right, hold on. We're going to do that. Oh, look, Garrett and Steve. Why are Garrett and Steve there? I didn't plan on doing a show. All right. So I had to add some more stuff. This is really only a win by 2 pre-show. We'll go through it. We're going to talk about Gino's driving stream. We'll talk about these guys. And hold on, I'm just making sure this looks right. The whole thing. I think. Let me check my clocks here. All right, John's going on in 45 minutes, so it won't be long. Let's go to these guys first. Let's see. Hold on. Because there's a few weird things about Garrett and Steve that I am not necessarily. We don't want to watch any of this. Does all this look and sound okay, though? Okay. You know, but please. Sorry, this wasn't prepared. Anyone would look there. All right, so I'm gonna go over the beginning portion of my crazy theory, and then I'll tell you the end portion. All right. April had said on Steel Toe after the restraining order was issued. Now that seems like it could be reasonable. All right, I mean, but I started looking into it, and I'll tell you right now that the dates on this are 3/24/24 to 4/10/24. Those are the offense dates, where whatever he did or April did or whoever did, the offense occurred between those dates, right? All right, so I went back and looked. And during that time, April was only on 4 Steel Toe shows. The April 1st episode that she did solo was her last. She was on, I don't know the dates. I think the 25th, the 26th, and the 28th or something. And then the 1st, and that was her last show. So out of that period... So if April 1st were her last show and the violation came because of what April had said, then the offense date would end. All right, now this gets a little convoluted. I'm going to try and help explain it. First, but it went on to the 10th. So we haven't had time to comb through all the episodes yet. But I went back and looked. And we found this. And I found out, all right, everyone who watches Steel Toe remembers, or at least seen a clip of when Nick came on stream and licked his face when they were snowed in at the Ricadas and April was high out of her mind and all that shit, right? All right, now, so I went back. What I did is I saw the offense date was 3/24. So I went back to 3/24, 3A. And if you go back and look on Steel Toe, all they have is the evening show up, not the day show. But I looked in other places, Rumble, because Aaron's too stupid to take it down on. But anyway, so I go back and look, and this is what I found, and what I see, and see if you agree. All right, hold on. Let's get it full screen. Here's my clip. Oh, God, I suck. Not you. I'll play this video. Not you. All right, here we go. This is it. Now check it out and we'll walk through it. And this is All right. The thing Aaron has to go to court to on the 26th or 28th or whatever it was is a violation of this restraining order. And Ashley has claimed in her filings that the violations were between 3/24/24 and 4/10. All right. So you got to figure and stuff. All right. So and checked it out. I asked Aaron source or the reason for this hearing about the violation of the restraining order is because of stuff April said on the show. But like I said, from the 24th to the 10th, she was only on 4 shows, so she didn't say a whole lot. This is what really happened, and we'll walk through it and see it. Watch all of it. All right. Tell me if you guys can hear this, because I think this is...
I thought he knew that I knew that he was doing a Sin City reference.
Yeah.
I say.
I brought my gay little coat down here in case it got cold. Maybe I'll debut it later.
Malevolent bystander.
All right, I'm sorry it took so long to get here, but this will be the setup for the other date, the April 10th. We're just gonna confirm the 3/24 date right now with this, so I can tie my theory up in a bow.
Sanders says, I'm calling BS. I live in upstate New York. At 10 inches is a dusting.
Come on. That's not...
All right, right here, they're going to make a Coke joke.
Because I thought he knew, I thought he knew that I knew that he was doing a Sin City reference.
Yeah.
I say.
I brought my gay little coat down here in case it got cold. Maybe I'll...
Shout out to Sam V. That's my guy right there. Love Sam V. Join Spurgtopia. It's the only Topia endorsed by One Nation.
Debut it later.
Malevolent bystander says, I'm calling BS. I live in upstate New York. At 10 inches is a dusting.
Come on. That's not funny.
Tridio says Nick would know about crashing in the snow. Oh, I get it. I get that joke.
I do too.
That's a funny joke, you silly goose.
Listen to April. I did too. They all get it because they're all doing rails. But that's not the right. Good. Now, here's the thing is we've been keeping a tally, and we thought we had it pinpointed. We thought we had it pinpointed at one time that we thought Aaron had talked about 5 times he did cocaine. And at first he said it was 2 or 3 and then 3 or 4. And we think we documented 5. But if you look at him, imagine this. This has got to be 1 right here, right? He's feeling it just as much as everyone else is, right? Part. That's not the good part.
Guy can't drive.
Sounds like bad planning on your part. Well, here's the deal.
Well, yeah, obviously.
This weekend, our kids were having sleepovers.
Yeah, believe it or
not. All right, so their kids are having sleepovers. This is important. This is yeah. This is where it gets convoluted, but I'm going to try and explain it to you now beforehand so you see it. My theory is you remember that Aaron said they went to mediation where April couldn't drive the kids anywhere and all that. No, that was part of it, but it was also he wasn't supposed to take the kids to the Recadas or anything. There was more to it. That was April referred to it as a stack of lies up there, which is another thing. Aaron says he brought it up on the show. I remember at the time they mentioned all the papers up on the table, and we all thought they were bills. You know what I mean? So the papers were brought up, but for him to ever say that they discussed them in any way is bullshit. We all thought they were bills. Melton thought they were bills. Win by 2 thought they were bills. I thought they were bills. Chad thought they were bills. Everyone. He didn't discuss it like he says. This is why he's got to go to court. Check it out.
Or not, our kids all like each other, guys.
Our kids were all hanging out this weekend, and then I go to drop the kids off.
All right, here it is.
And
all right, like I said, I'm going to try and explain it to you. He goes to drop the kids off, and the scenario that They've already said the kids are having a sleepover. So the only way that can happen is if Nick's kids and his kids are all at his house.
I come here. April has a choice. She's like, do you want me to go?
Wait. All right, what you got to see here, and you'll understand it in a second. Let's go back a minute. All right, watch his hand movements. He's trying to direct traffic. Like, I was there, and everyone was here, and we were doing... Watch what's going on here. Hold on, let's go back 5 more. All right, let's watch it.
Because I thought he knew... I thought he knew that I knew that he was doing a Sin City reference.
Yeah.
I say.
I brought my gay little coat down here in case it got cold. Maybe I'll debut it later.
Malevolent Bystander says, I'm calling BS. I live in upstate New York. At 10
I went back
inches
too far, but
is
hold
a
on, watch
dusting.
it. You'll see. Watch what he does. He'll be like, I was here
Trio says,
and
Nick
gonna
would know
go
about crashing in the
there.
snow.
Watch.
Oh, I get it. I get that joke.
I do too.
That's a funny joke. You silly goose.
All right, it's coming up again. I'm
Sounds
sorry
like
we're
bad
going
planning
over
on your
old
part.
shit, but
Well, here's the deal.
Well, yeah, obviously.
This weekend, our kids were having sleepovers.
all right, here we go. Listen to him explain it. I'm just gonna let this play through. I'm sorry I won't be talking, but I'm just gonna let this play through like this. Oh, there'll be 2 of me, but it'll be in bigger screen. No, why is that on there? I didn't plan on doing a show. Oh. So it started that over. Sorry, hold on. Let's go back. What happened there? Oh man, what a bummer. Hold on. What the fuck? I got it. Can you guys hear that now? I don't know what the fuck happened. That's not playing that work.
Yeah, I can't drive.
Sounds like bad planning on your
There
part.
you go.
Well, here's the deal.
Well, yeah, obviously.
This weekend, our kids were having sleepovers.
There you go.
Yeah, believe it or
All right, so their kids are having
this weekend, and then I go to drop the kids off.
All right, listen. See how he says that twice? You know, I mean, that's how you can tell it's a lie. Listen. This is why he's got to go to court. Check it out.
or not, our kids all like each other, guys.
Our kids were all hanging out this weekend, and then I go to drop the kids off.
Tell it twice.
And I come here. April has a choice. She's like, "Do you want me to go?"
Wait. All right, what you got to see here, and you'll understand it in a second. Let's go back a minute. All right, watch his hand movements. He's trying to direct traffic. Like, I was there, and everyone was here, and we were doing... Watch what's going on here. Hold on, let's go back 5 more. All right, let's watch it.
Because I thought he knew... I thought he knew that I knew that he was doing a Sin City reference.
Yeah.
I say.
I brought my gay little coat down here in case it got cold. Maybe I'll debut it later.
I went back too far.
Nick would know bad planning on your part.
Yeah, believe it or not, our kids all like each other.
All right, here it is.
We're all hanging.
All right, so Ricada,
and I go to drop the kids off.
He goes to drop the kids off, and what he's trying to play here. Yeah, so they had a sleepover. So it was all Nick's kids and all his kids at his house is what he's trying to play off. He was at home with his 3 kids and Ricada's kids. All those kids, 8 kids in his house. And he went to drop Ricada's kids off. He doesn't explain or say what Ricada's kids did while he was dropping his kids off. If he took them, I don't know how he could take 8 kids in his car over to drop off 3 of them, whatever. But watch this. It's amazing.
And I come here. April has a choice. She's like, "Do you want?"
All right, watch this. This is what he's gonna watch. This.
Yeah, this is go home
See how he's directing it with his hands? It's like we're not together. We're here and there. You know, he's trying to direct the lie, but God love April. She's too high on cocaine.
And then you drive home. Or what's the deal? And I said, well, there's
the snowstorm had hit already.
Right, my thing, right. I had to drop the kids off and it was snowing.
Yeah.
And I said, there's no point for both of us to be out in this. Why don't I drive back there? We'll hang out.
All right, see, he does it again. Why don't I drive back there? Like he's not already there. Look what he's doing.
We'll see if it clears up.
You know, it's
I picked up some. So on my way, I'm like, it's gonna be nasty. I picked up steaks. I picked up stuffed mushrooms.
All right, now this is going to be important. Which I gotta say, the steaks are going to bust him. Storm by Aaron, but watch.
So happy to see that.
It was gay.
It was one of those shitty days where like you want to go shopping for all the foods and everything just to like have it here, and it was like past that point of wanting to leave. So I'm so thankful that you did. Yeah, made some.
Come back 5 seconds. Story is. What he's saying, we're at Kayla's house. Straight because
I picked up steaks. I picked up stuffed mushrooms.
So
I picked up hot chocolate.
I was so happy to see that.
It was gay.
It was one of those shitty days where like you want to go shopping for all the foods and everything. Yeah, made some really good steaks with some kids last night.
Bobby Baloney says you had a very.
She made some really good steaks with some kids last night. So she's saying she was there because remember, Aaron said, should I come back there, meaning Nick Rekieta's house? And she just said she made some really good steaks with the kids. Watch what happens. Watch.
Respectful night, very well behaved. No, we didn't.
See? Really? See, right there says it all in a nutshell. Right there. Watch it. What happens. Watch.
Respectful night, very well behaved. No, we didn't.
Really?
See, the kids weren't supposed to be there. The kids were not supposed to be there. That's the whole thing. All right, so that's the point of my theory. This show was on 3/25. The beginning of the offense date is on 3/24, and I believe this is the initial offense that the kids were over at Rekieta's house. And now we're gonna go to which one is it? No, this one right here. This is recent, and I heard Aaron tell this story before. This is why I found it interesting. I didn't know why it was interesting originally, but I do now.
Me to it. Yeah, that guy wrote me. He's like, "Oh, I'd like to write a screen." They beat me to it.
Hold on, I gotta find this here.
Elliot Gould's fucking too. Everybody's just fucking in this movie.
I'm pissed. I had it all set up. Hold on. We're gonna do it on the fly. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Was either picking up the kids or dropping. I think it was picking up the kids. This was, I think, the last week I was there.
All right, let's go back a little bit.
House a few times. I remember around tax time when Nick's dad came over, I was standing at the entryway with him. And I think he was either picking up the kids or dropping. I think he was picking up the kids. This was, I think, the last week I was there. When's taxes? April 15th? Yeah, this was the last week I was there.
All right, so for all you guys in this year at this time, tax day would have been April 15th. That would have been a Monday. The Friday before that would have been the 12th, and the Wednesday of that week would have been the 10th.
Nick's dad came to pick the kids up. or dropped them off again. I don't want to say for sure because I can't remember. And he yelled at Nick about doing his tax. He's like, no, do your goddamn taxes. That he said something to the effect of, I don't want to, this isn't a quote, but he said, that's why I'm up here, to make sure you do your taxes. So it was something about, I don't know if Nick's unreliable with doing his taxes or what, but his dad pointed at him and said, do your goddamn taxes. And Nick's like, I'm going to. I thought that was weird. I didn't know what the fuck that was all about. I'm sure he did his taxes. But yeah, he was up. And then we went to dinner the next day. So that was the week I like, because I think that night was the night that Kayla and Nick started fighting regarding me.
All right.
And then Kayla's like, he's really fucking mad. I don't know if you should be here. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, why don't I take off? If you guys are gonna, she's saying, okay. And I'm like, I'm leaving. And Nick's like, no, you fucking stay here. You don't leave just because she says you can leave. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna dip out. Don't be a fucking pussy. Stay here. I'm like, I'm gonna go. So Kayla and I thought, I'm going to go. Maybe that'll diffuse things a little bit. Because Nick was mad at Kayla that Kayla forgave me for the proverbs thing.
The proverbs.
Remember when I said I read the proverbs? I didn't read the proverbs or something. And I thought, well, if I'm the problem one. April was at each other, and April looks at me, craziness. And then April goes, you're in the bathroom. I'm like, what the doing? I took, or that we all went out to dinner.
Here it is.
Fucking night.
This is what's important.
That was the day I took, or that we all went out to dinner, and Nick's parents had been watching the kids all week, so we could all fucking do whatever. And
all right, now see what he says there. At first he goes, that was the day I took, and then he says, we all went out to dinner, but he says it twice. We all went out to dinner. He does it twice. And this is what sticks with me, is if I went out with my buddy and their parents, and my buddy's parents had been watching his kids all week, I'd feel no obligation to pay for dinner. But if my buddy's parents had been watching his kids and my kids, that would be an obligation to pay for dinner. I would feel like, if he watches my buddy's kids, those are his grandkids. You know what I mean? But if he watched my kids, yeah, I owe him dinner. And that's what's going on here.
And nobody, like Nick wouldn't pick up the tab for dinner. His parents had been watching the kids all week. So I picked up the tab and was like, thank you for watching the kids, by the way.
Why would you do that? Why would I buy, I wouldn't buy Blade dinner for watching, Aaron's kids. I wouldn't do that. Why? If Blade watched Aaron's kids, Aaron can buy him dinner. Why the fuck would I do that?
I think we talked about singer-songwriters because his dad and I have the same gay taste in music. Croce fans, I think he also likes Dan Fogelberg, which I can't get into. So Bob was in town.
All right, so here is...
did it never occur to the man to send...
Hold on, let me... All right, so let's bring this over here so we can see what we're talking about. This is his case number here. 71CR. That means criminal because if you'll see right here, it's in criminal traffic mandatory. Meaning he can't just plead by mail or something. He's got to show up. So it's a criminal offense in misdemeanor court. Okay, so we got that. And then we have this one. Wait, hold on, I'll pull it back up. All right, and then there's this one. You'll see this is the same case number, 71 Sierra 24647. And it says upcoming hearing, and it says arraignment on 8/20/24. All right, so Aaron has been telling us that He just has to go in and say, "Oh, I won't do it again. I'm sorry." Blah 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 blah. But an arraignment it's a criminal proceeding. What you can do at arraignment is the state can drop the charges. You can plead guilty or you can plead not guilty. I don't think there's any mechanism for just going, "I'm so sorry, I won't do it again." So to wrap it all up. My theory is that this court case isn't about what Aaron and April may or may not have said on the show, which is stupid. You can't stop. You know what I mean? You can't tell people they can't talk about their ex-wife or something. That's dumb. It never made sense to me. So my theory is that the kids told their mom that April's always coked out and the Rekieta household is crazy, and that's what the papers were about and the stack of lies, and April wasn't supposed to drive the kids anywhere, and the kids were not supposed to be at Rekieta's. They were not supposed to be at all. And if you look at the evidence I laid out, or my theory, I don't know if it's evidence. I'm half crazy. You know what I mean? So you can take it for what it is. But that's what I believe. The opening date, 3/24, is that episode where the stakes, obvious lie. The kids were there and Aaron did not want April to say they were. He took that show off YouTube. He didn't take it off everywhere else, but he took it off YouTube. And the closing date, the 10th, that would have been the Wednesday. And I think Aaron's custody order is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So he would have had the kids those days. And why did he buy Aaron's dad dinner on Friday if he wasn't watching his kids? If he was watching Nick's kids, Nick can buy him dinner. That's his fucking dad. Why would Aaron do it? So that's my theory. I know it's speculation, but I think it makes sense. And this is a criminal proceeding. He can't go in there and say, "Oh, sorry, never do it again." And so it's an arraignment. Here's the thing I wanted to get to. I was trying to make a whole video about it, but I didn't get it done. But Aaron always says, just take responsibility. Take responsibility. He tells everyone, take responsibility, right? So if that's what he believes, when he shows up in court on 8/20 at 8 a.m., he should just plead guilty, right? If he fights it in any kind of way, he's not taking responsibility. That's what I think. And I'm happy this went all right. I don't even know how many people have been watching. I saw some people here that I really enjoy. Victoria, Sam, Dayla, I think you guys are all my friends, so I guess that doesn't count as actual viewers, even though I love all you guys. What Kamer says. No, I don't believe that's true. We'll put we'll put it out there, but I don't believe that's true. Aaron has said anything they said on those shows during that timeline, he said since then. The most they do is like the person we can't talk about or this or that. Like that, if you're not supposed to talk about someone, you can't just refer to them as the person we're not supposed to talk about. Everyone knows what that means. So I don't know if that's true, but I'll consider it. Anyway, thank everyone for showing up. I'm just trying to do better. Have a good night. Well, wait. I did want to say that if you ask me, because this is the steel toe anniversary, if you ask me, there's 4 prongs. It would have been win by 2. Shout out to Blade, Fatty Patty, fucking Melton. You know what I mean? But he was on it, and we'll discuss my particular problems with Melton. But I'll tell you that I listen to his show every day at work. If he's live, I listen. And Chad, even though Chad was like a useful idiot, he was important. And then I guess myself and the Reddit. But if I'm going to say the Reddit, I got to say Sam V again, too. You know, shout outs to Sam. He's the man. And this has been a wild 2 years for all of us. Yeah. When I first started following this guy, I guess my whole thing is like I saw WATP Carl finding people like Patty Seacups and Jerry Banfield and stuff, you know, and I was really into those guys, like just different people. And I never thought in my life I would find one. You know, you watch shows, but very rarely do you find a guy like this. And I found him, and I guess I get a little jealous about him because I've been covering this guy so long, and he really is, as far as locals, he's really the real deal. So it's been amazing. It's been an incredible 2 years. Thank you, whoever showed up tonight. Thank you very much. Irish goodbye time.